just got the news that Charlie Kirk passed away, and I don't care what your political party is, I don't care what you believe in, that was the man of God, and y'all took his life. I didn't even get a chance to.
There's something really interesting that's happening in the wake of Charlie Kirk's death, and again, we must all continue to condemn political violence of any kind, but what's happening is that God is exposing Charlie Kirk for who he really was, just as clear as day. The video proof is all over the internet of him saying overtly racist things. And what these clips show is that Kirk is the one who blatantly ignored the context of 400 years of oppression and marginalization of the black community, and who exploited the historical ignorance of Gen Z and millennials to push his narrative.
No one should ever die because of his or a political opinion, because we believe in freedom of speech. Let's listening to what has been trending across the internet. Like the video, share the video to your friends, leave your thoughts down below, and credit the creators of these short videos. I'll be back with more commentary.
This is such bullshit! I've never been so pissed in my whole life! I just murdered Charlie Kirk right here in Utah! I'm so freaking pissed right now! This is bullshit! I just saw blood squirting out of his neck! I love that guy! He would have been our next president! I am so pissed right now! Why do they always come with fucking violence? Gosh damn it! Use your freaking words as they're talking to you people! Who shot Charlie Kirk? I'm driving down a Provo right now! I'm so pissed! Damn it!
I won't let anybody distort reality and try to paint this picture that Charlie Kirk was this God-fearing family man who just wanted to go to college campuses and debate. Roll the fucking tape. Do you guys know what an opinion is? An opinion goes something like this. Yeah, I prefer Pepsi over Sprite. Not, if I get on a plane and I see a black pilot, I'm going to wonder if they're qualified. That's racist. The guy didn't believe in empathy. The guy was transphobic, homophobic, Islamophobic, and then says he loves Jesus. What fucking Bible are you reading, motherfucker? This is literally the epitome of fuck around and find out. You can't just run around the entire world spreading the most vile shit ever. Thousands of kids and women just being fucking deleted off the map in fucking Palestine. And this guy's cheering it on. And then he gets domed and I'm supposed to cry.
So Charlie Kirk was found dead. Apparently someone shot him. And I mean, as much as I hate Charlie Kirk, I'm not going to celebrate that. I mean, he was an awful person. He taught awful... He was a horrible debater and everything. But at the end of the day, he was still a person. And Charlie Kirk did not deserve death. As a matter of fact, Charlie Kirk only deserved re-education. And that's my stance on Charlie Kirk's death.
Excuse me, guys. How do you feel about Charlie Kirk being assassinated yesterday on a college campus?
I actually want to say something about this. If you're going to spread hateful shit and you're going to target marginalized groups of people, don't be all, oh my God, I've been shot. I won't get shot because I don't do that. I don't have to worry about that. I don't feel bad for him. I don't feel bad for his wife. I feel bad for his daughter. He did that to himself. You want to talk about all this crazy shit? Don't act crazy when other people are going to fucking come and shoot you.
So I have just one general question. Do you think your life should be in danger for having an opinion?
If it targets marginalized groups of people, yes. You are spreading hateful speech. It's not like I have an opinion about if I like ketchup or mustard. No, you're talking about people of groups, marginalized people. Those are hateful. That is hateful speech. If someone went and killed Hitler, why do you think they killed him?
Well, he not only advertised for mass genocide, but he literally made people kill people. I understand.
Do you think Charlie Kirk doesn't have viewpoints that are like...
So I don't think Charlie Kirk was in charge of a government and said, hey, if you don't do this, I'm going to starve you to death.
He should have been shot. I'm not ever going to celebrate someone being shot. But don't go around and... Okay, he has a fan base of people that back him up and back these crazy viewpoints, and then these viewpoints are seen as normal. They're seen as normalized when they shouldn't be. And in that way, that makes him that bad. To promote things like that, to promote the shit he says about rape and abortion, and I just saw this video where he said the Civil Rights Act was a mistake. Get out of here. Anybody that says shit like that, I don't care what happens.
So a white conservative was shot by another white conservative in a predominantly white Mormon state at a conservative, predominantly white college, and black universities are being threatened now? Got it.
What is going on with all these white girls in my feed today celebrating the death of a man? And when I say white girls, they're all liberal, left-wing. But it really blows my mind that this has become normalized now to celebrate someone's death just because you don't like their views. It's not just white girls that are celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, but it's predominantly white girls. And, you know, most of them look like this. There's one example here and another example here. And yeah, you get the point. You know, a lot of them with septum piercings. Their gender hasn't been released yet. They look like you can smell them through the video. You know, I would probably be hateful too if I looked like these lot. But you also have normal looking girls, still look like they have their femininity, but for some reason they're possessed by demonic energy. Like, it's not a feminine trait to celebrate a man's death, a man who has 2 young children. It's not very becoming of a lady. And I think this is why many men in the West are going elsewhere to find a woman to be with long term. Like, they go to Asia, they go to South America, Eastern Europe, because I don't think these values are normalized in these parts of the world. It's not normal to see women, young girls, celebrating the death of a person just for his beliefs. You can disagree with him all you like. I didn't agree with him on quite a few things, particularly Israel. I'm sure a lot of people have a problem with his views on Israel, but funnily enough, he's actually recently changing his stance and was coming to the light. So maybe that's why he got, maybe that's why it happened. Maybe. I think that could be the case. He was starting to notice a lot. But it's sad. And like I said, it's not just white girls. It's people of all persuasions reveling in someone's death. And that's just not normal. I don't recall it ever being like that growing up. Like, who raised you? Who raised you to be like that? Even if you hate the person, probably just keep it to yourself or express the opinion to your friends. But to post something, dancing, smiling, laughing, and say, yeah, that's mint, I'll post that, it's quite morbid. It's morbid. Diabolical.
So I have high schoolers that were in school today when they found out about Charlie Kirk's assassination. And when the class found out, the majority of the students started cheering. And then the teacher said, well, he was kind of a bad guy. I am so angry right now. No teacher should be pushing that type of hate in a classroom. Sitting in a classroom and you are listening to your students cheering when somebody was murdered. In a government class, by the way. And that's your message? That is the problem we have here in America. And that is the problem that we have in the school system. I've had issues with this teacher prior to this, and I bit my tongue because she's one of my daughter's favorite teachers, and I didn't want to cause any problems for her. But I need to let my feelings subside, and then I need to decide what I'm going to do, but this is not okay. And that is not what we should be saying to children. The conversation should have been, we don't all have to agree, and you don't have to like what he says, but you should never celebrate somebody's murder because they think differently than you. We no longer live in a society where we can have political conversations and still respect others' views. We are dealing with a radicalization that is so beyond hateful, and it has to stop. This could have been a great teaching moment for a government teacher. Do your research and get grounded in your views so that you know how to debate the things that you stand for. Because being able to coexist with people that don't align with you politically is a necessity in society, and it makes for good governance. I'm hoping tomorrow I have some more clarity on how to approach this situation, but it needs to be addressed.
Okay, there is an aspect of Charlie Kirk's death that I just haven't seen anyone talking about. And first, I want to say personally, I believe his death is very sad and tragic, and that political violence doesn't benefit anyone. I believe in the long run, it really hurts all of us. What I'm seeing is a night and day difference between the way my white Christian friends are responding to this and the way my black Christian friends are responding to his assassination. My white Christian friends are treating this like the death of a martyr or a saint, and my black Christian friends are pointing out that, hey, this is sad, but the man was an unapologetically racist and very dishonest individual who did a lot of damage in the political realm. And I've seen all the clips to back up their claims, and you should too if you haven't. They really are horrible. And I wonder if it's because the way the algorithm works, that white people just didn't see this side of him, or if they saw it and ignored it. But we can't ignore it. We have to call it out for what it is and to denounce it in strongest terms, because to cover racism and Christian ideology like Charlie Kirk and Trump and so many others do, it is a sin as old as this nation, and it's literally what has kept us divided as Christians and otherwise for 400 years.
I feel like this video is a really good, prime example of how we should react as Americans when something like this, something so tragic, takes place in our country. And that's not just with this, that's with all the violence that happens every single day. And not even just in our country, but in the entire world. This kind of violence happens all the time. We are so easily divided by mere opinions. Not saying opinions don't matter, not saying people aren't going to disagree with them and aren't going to get mad and get angry about it. It's normal, we're all human, it happens. But I feel like a majority of us lose ourselves, and it's like the world, not the world, but America, I guess. The world probably works this way in general, but I know here so many people are too busy focusing on politics and not focusing enough on humanity, on having a heart, on having, yes, empathy, on morality. And I don't believe children should have to go to school and have to worry about someone pew-pewing up the place. Same for the parents and teachers and all the staff. It shouldn't have to be a worry. We shouldn't have to worry about going to a concert or a nightclub and someone pew-pewing the place because they don't like that it's full of minorities. I don't believe you should be pew-pewed for your beliefs, even if I don't agree with them. What I do believe is advocating, especially when I feel so strongly about it, advocating against this violence. There are wars going on in the world that shouldn't be happening. Violence and genocide and people starving. And I just don't think any of it's right. I just don't think any of it's right. I have my own children, and I couldn't imagine what they are going through these wars. I can't imagine what they're going through in the schools. I can't imagine the two that had to witness their father being unalived in front of them yesterday. And that's not me saying that I agree with anything that this man's ever said. I, in fact, strongly disagreed with him. But I would never wish death on anyone. I would never wish it on my worst enemy. We have to remember we're still humans with our own minds, our own families, our own lives. And it's never okay for those lives to be taken away, for those families to have to suffer and grieve. And this goes for every situation I've named to you, plus more. There's a lot that I can't fit in one video. And I think it's just important to remember that we are human. And the world is never going to get better until we do. We have to really heal ourselves. I believe that enough people have suffered due to all of the apathy that this world is just completely submerged in. And I think the world would be such a better place if more people actually believed in peace. And we have to put humanity over our differences, because
Charlie Kirk is a young person who was only 31 years old. He had his career ahead of his life. He was young and promising. Some people say that he was a racist, and others said he lacked empathy. Let me refer to something he said some years back. If I ever fly a flight and the pilot was black, hope the pilot was qualified. So, to put this into context, can you really fly a flight when you are not qualified? You have to spend so many years in school for you to be able to fly a flight. Let's think about the small family he has left behind. The small little girls he has left behind, a wife and his dad, his mom, and all that, and the extended family. It should be really, really sad for the extended family. Yes, really sad. Nobody deserves to die because of his or her own political opinion. Let's agree on that. This guy did not deserve to die. Yeah, because at the end of the day, we don't have to agree on each and everything. Let me know your thoughts down below, what you think about all these working of assassinations. And the funny thing, it happens in a white state by a white person. What does that represent? It happens in a white state, and the thing was or the assassination was done by a white person. Let me know your thoughts down below. Like the video, share the video to your friends, and credit to the creators of these short videos. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next on my next video. Bye bye for now.